Hi guys, thanks for joining us again on the channel. So, there's a reason I haven't talked about this one until now. It's not because I didn't want to talk about it, but because I needed to get it right. And now the wait's over. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details. Let's start by delving into the insights shared by our first reviewer.
This reviewer just received their new electric bike, and after ensuring the battery was fully charged, they were eager to put it to the test. So far, our reviewer is absolutely thrilled with it, stating that it perfectly matches their needs. Living in a hilly area, traditional bikes often leave them exhausted before even covering a short distance. The assisted mode on this bike, however, transforms the experience, making rides much more enjoyable. This client still gets a good workout, choosing to turn off the battery assistance for most of the journey, but engaging it for tackling the steeper inclines. They were so pleased that they unintentionally cycled over 12 miles on the first day. The only reason for withholding a perfect rating isn't due to the bike itself, but rather the poorly written instructions. A rewrite is definitely in order, as they're inconsistent with the actual assembly process since the bike arrives mostly assembled. The instructions completely omit how to activate the front lamp. For those struggling with this, the reviewer shares that you need to ensure the battery is on, power on the e-bike, and then press and hold the plus sign for 3 seconds until the light illuminates. Repeating the process turns it off. Another helpful tip is that in any mode, the assisted power engages as soon as you start pedaling. This can be surprising initially, but it's something you quickly adapt to. Finally, the meter operation isn't well explained either. When the bike is turned on, it defaults to the low setting. Pressing the plus sign cycles through medium and high assistance levels. Pressing the minus button while in low mode turns off all the mode lights, disabling the assisted power and switching to fully electric mode. Despite the frustrating instructions, the reviewer emphasizes that the bike itself is excellent.
Fantastic. Now, let's see what insights our next reviewer has to offer.
This reviewer initially had a very negative experience with this electric bike, but their opinion has evolved significantly over time. At first, after only 2 weeks of use, the control panel began malfunctioning, rendering the motor useless. Customer support was unhelpful, and returning the bike through Amazon proved prohibitively expensive. This client advised against purchasing the product. However, the situation improved considerably. The seller contacted our reviewer through Amazon messaging and offered to replace the faulty meter, which is essentially the control panel. The reviewer emphasized that contacting the seller via Amazon was crucial, as they were far more responsive than the manufacturer directly. The construction of the bike itself was always considered sturdy and well built. Later, the replacement meter arrived and fixed the problem. It was easy to install, requiring only a screwdriver and a simple plug-in. This client received some compensation for the inconvenience. The bike experienced another breakdown, with the motor failing again after about 5 months. The company replaced the main computer, a simple repair, though the part took over a month to arrive. Despite this slow shipping, the service through Amazon Contact remained fast and helpful. It's worth noting that the service team has improved parts availability, now stocking them in New Jersey for quicker shipping. While parts delivery can be slow, this bike offers quality construction, and the company has been responsive in resolving electrical control issues.
Cool. Let's uncover what our next reviewer has to say.
This reviewer wasn't holding their breath, to be honest. Finding a dual-motor electric bike at such a low price point made them skeptical, but they were really happy with what arrived. The bike feels solid and well-made. So far, everything is working great, and this client has no complaints. The setup was pretty straightforward. The only tricky part was installing the front tire solo. Having another person around would have definitely made it easier, but it was still manageable. Once it was all put together, our reviewer noticed a scraping sound coming from the brakes and axles during the initial ride. A quick spray of WD-40 on those areas did the trick, and the noise vanished. Overall, this reviewer feels like they got a fantastic deal. This bike has exceeded their expectations. It's a great entry point into the world of dual-motor electric bikes without breaking the bank. They would definitely recommend this model to anyone looking for an affordable and surprisingly well-built option. Just be prepared to maybe enlist some help with that front tire.
If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Got thoughts or questions? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.